Hello and welcome to our Terragen video in which we're going to render this image. Okay, so let's go to best feed. So we'll go to set up this, and right here mostly we'll concentrate it on how to work our terrain. You can see we'll go create this crater with a distribution like debris and some edge. Okay, let's go zoom in. Like right there, you can see we'll create a special kind of pile from the ship, crush it, and creating all this debris. So we're going to work with a node system, creating some craters, combine different craters to create this effect. We'll also will go work with importing models inside our terrain, create some planets, work with atmospheres and some other settings. Overall, create scenery, and this is scenery I'm creating as the background drop for some compositing I'm going to do later inside the Photoshop. If you're interested, you can watch this second part or kind of second video about how we're going to enhance additional elements. But overall, keep in mind this is set like a position lights and other ones. It was done with in mind to add some elements post-processing and do afterwards in Photoshop. If you want to do straight out of the in Terragen, you can do this, just fix some of those, remove maybe lighting or other elements that don't need it, or add some additional models, whatever you wanted. But overall, hopefully you'll find this video entertainment and educational for you. So let's go ahead and start working on this project. Okay, so we start working with the Terragen, and you can see right here we have our defaults terrain. And if we look on our terrain, okay, let me just a little bit increase our node view. We have a simple shader which is controlling kind of fractal terrain, and we have it going fractal warp shader and compute terrain. So what I want to do is create this on a middle around here, kind of like crash land. But before we do this, let me kind of shrink down, because I want to bring those mountains closer. So we're going on the simple terrain shape, and from 10,000 let's go down, take to about 5,000. Okay, what this does, it will reduce this area for us to affect. Next, let's go ahead and add crater. We'll right click, going to the create shaders, displacement shaders, and we'll go just select the crater. So this is one we're going to use, and I want to actually take it before compute terrain, before we actually take the normals and calculate them. I want to take from fractal, connect it, and just place it between. And you can notice, there you go, we have it, our crater right there. We replace it on the middle. It's a little bit too large. Definitely we need to rework on this crater. So let's just open a little bit properties and set a little bit, change those sizes. Okay, and what I want to do, it is first take our diameter, and from 1000 let's go maybe down to about 200 meters. So you can see we'll make quite a bit smaller size. Also depth, on this one I want to change, and we're going 100, maybe, let's go with maybe 90, just a little bit. And maybe, let's go pop up to 500. I think that will be a little bit better, because we're going to create a couple other elements. Like, for example, what I want to do, it is when spaceship kind of landed, crush it, it actually does not create equal. It will create kind of more on one side, and that's what we're going to combine and create this little bit of the rim a little bit higher on one side. And we can do multiple ways, but I will show you the easy way to do this, and kind of a little bit more fun way maybe to do that. Okay, so rim height, let's go pop up maybe to about 32, and this is a rim right around there. I will try to link tutorial where I have before just about craters, which explain all of these properties with a kind of cut down. So after this video, trust me, you will understand the craters, all these properties very, very well. So I'll do that one later. And we needed also add softness. Softness is how they blend it. So I think this maybe just let's leave it alone. And tightness, just bring down. So it just create for us this round kind of almost element where is that happening. Rest we'll just leave it kind of alone for now, but what I want to do is create this on a side right here, kind of more effect. Okay, you know, let me come closer and see. You know, maybe I want to bring a little bit rim height, little bit up more. So let's go maybe with a 60. Yeah, a little bit better right there. And skirt, oh, that is my problem. It's a little bit 1,000. You know, let's go to 100. So that will, yeah, that will bring a little bit better. Like around here, so we don't smooth out. And then its height, we can go down 30. There you go. So we have it a little bit nicer, kind of look like more impact crater this time. So let's go ahead. We have this crater selected. We'll just Control C, Control V, or copy paste. And what I want to do, it is, you notice we have a rim shader, and we have this crater right there connecting. So we'll take from this crater and connect one copy to rim shader. So it's actually kind of double stacking right now. I don't necessarily want that double stacking. I want just slightly moving. So let's go ahead, open properties for this, and I want to take center and put it to -300. So what is happening, if we look up, it will actually shifting a little bit away. And you can see it's right here. So it is start impacting. But I want to bring this up because currently it's a little bit down. So let's go ahead, switch to 200. I want to make smaller. And a depth inside going down will need go up. So I'm going -40. And you can see how it's bring a little bit more right in this area already up for us. So let's go pop up our height maybe to about 55 on the rim. And if we look on the side, you can see it's creating this kind of already look like impact, a little bit bigger elements right there. Skirt maybe 160, we can play around, so a little bit smoothing kind of around this one. 0.5 as well, we just add a little bit more smoothness because when it's heated, the ground kind of going out. And same with that, how tight it is. Let's go maybe to about 10, maybe around there. We'll see, because I want a little bit more smooth going around. You know what, let's go with a 12. We'll see how it's will going. There you go. Okay, so right here we have it, our crater. You can see one side is going higher because we have this impact happening, and I think that is will work for now. So next, what I want to do, it is add kind of almost like rock debris around our crater. And for this one, we need to put it, okay, let me just expand this one a little bit. So move it right here. Come on, there you go. Well, we don't need to necessarily expand it, just a little bit of fun. Okay, so what I want to do is add some of the rocks, like will be displacement rocks for us, going as a debris around this area. So for this one, we'll go to create our fake stones. So let's go to shaders, displacement, and we'll have it right here, fake stones. So we'll go create fake stones, and we're going to take our crater shader, connect to main input and main input to compute terrain. So we'll still kind of working between those. And what's happening afterwards, it is compute terrain will take and calculate this normals. And if we put a rock after this, they will just go put on the top before they kind of will start blending in. We can do still put a little bit more rocks maybe afterwards to emphasize, but that way it's creating look almost like a debris kind of very roughness, like just something was hitting in that area. Okay, let's go look on our fake stone shaders. And we have it, our scale is fine. Maybe, you know what, density, let's pop up just slightly density up, maybe not too much, 0.4, let's type in. We leave it variety density always by default. Let's look on the shape and tallness. I want pop-up tallness. I want a little bit higher, so the rocks will stand out a little bit more around that area. We could actually, you know what, density, we could pop up scale even higher. If you want it, you can go type like 10, so you can bring quite a bit high size. But if we do this, we'll need some modification done. But overall, you notice it's rocks going all over places, so they're not necessarily just what I wanted by the craters. For this, we needed set a special mask to create that area. And what we need to do is create a new simple shape shader. We can go navigate, or we can just copy, paste what we have right there, and we'll connecting that simple shape to this one. So let's go ahead right here. We'll see mask shader. We go connect, and as we connecting, it will kind of work a little bit not what I wanted, so we'll need modify. We'll go open, and inside here, let's go first set maybe to about 500. So we'll see area, and you can see right here 500 area. It's not big enough. Let's go with a 700, and 700 just a little bit expanding, but again not big enough. You know, 1000 I think will be the good spot for us to do this, because we don't want to expand too much. We want to put a debris just close enough, but not too close, so that will be working. The other things, so I think we don't need to worry about rotation. It's a circle eclipse, it's what we want to do it. Let's do smooth edge, actually step, and we'll just take its width and increasing. So we don't want too much, maybe about 200. And this help us to have this little bit better blending going inside. And you can see how smoother it just come and populate a little bit more there. I think we can, okay with this. Let's go on a shader and maybe pop up a little bit density slightly up. Okay, like right there. Let me preview, so we'll have a little bit more rocks. There you go. And you can see it's almost like a debris kind of after heating and going around that area. Maybe pop up even more density. Okay, right there. Let's close this one, and I want to click ray trace preview. So just, I think that is look nice. We could add another stone shader, maybe a little bit later after compute terrain we can add, so it will going and kind of populating a little bit more out, smaller debris kind of going with this, and that one will go on top. So for this, let's go just copy our shader. We'll go after compute terrain, connect to our stone shader. On the stone shader, we'll take one stone scale, so it will be a little bit smaller. Okay, let's go take compute terrain, also copy paste, because we want to do before, like right there, and we'll connect. So what we did, we add the stones before, and same with our simple expanding simple shader, so we can copy paste that one as well, because I wanted connect to the mask as well, but only here we'll probably just, let's go with the 3000. Okay, so it will be a little bit even wider cover. Fake stones, let's look where we have it just for fun. Let's go put a 20 size, so we can preview how they will go. And sometimes we actually need to see on invert mask, so it will go outside our coverage. Okay, let's go back to 0.5. It will be smaller. We'll go back here. Mask stone density. Okay, we have shader. Okay, that is proper. Okay, all good right here. Other things also, if you have a hard time to see, we can connect bypass our color one, and we can Okay, so sometimes it's, hard time to preview maybe ways like it. It's for this reason we're disconnecting color. We connect directly to our planet view, and we'll just need change color. Usually for the preview, I'm just changing something very bright like red color here. And we're going on the top and enable shaders in preview. And then there you go. You can see how it's going right here. Black, it's where dissipation happened. This is majority. Again, if we look on our shape, let's go open the shape. You see it's a 3000. We can go probably a little less. Let's go to 2000 by 2000. You can see how it's a shrink down. Also, I think we have a little bit too much on a smoothing. Let's go to just 100 on a smooth, edge smooth. And you know what? Always you can just even shrink down and see like right here it's 1000. 100 smoothing. This will be 200 smoothing. And if we have it 0, it should be have a hard edge showing us size of this debris with, or rocks in this case, will be around. This way it's visually very fast for me to kind of look. Of course, you can rotate your camera, look from above and see from that area. But if you preview from angle and sometimes shapes, this is another way to see the area with that shader will be affecting, or how the smoothing edge, for example, will work. So I'm going to again put it to 100 and pop up a little bit wider, maybe 1.15 by 1500. I think that will work nice. Next, let's go back to our stone colors, and I don't want necessarily red. I'll just put white. This color is not necessary. What we end up using in the end, we'll be using true base color, but again, that is just for us to preview. Okay, when we're done with this, let's go to reconnect. We'll take back, connect to our planet so we can preview. And those is teeny tiny rocks, they will populating all over places, which is work very nice. And if you want them kind of merge top on another ones, you can do same things, just bypass compute terrain. Then there will be one kind of building on a top another one, so it's sometimes it's a bit better blending. So you can play around with this as well. And I know it's pointing to another kind of my other videos and tutorials, but it's on YouTube. You can watch same things when I did with the multiple stacking rocks, with a little bit more explain about how the fake stones can work together with computing and how you can put them on top. Overall, I will highly recommend for you, if you're not familiar with Terragen, check out my video tutorials on the Terragen. I think I have like 5 or 6 different series and about 1,000 videos, maybe 500 videos, I don't know, somewhere around there, just on the Terragen, how to use nodes and other stuff. So it's quite a bit of information there. And because of that, I don't necessarily want to focus on some of those elements. We're just going and enjoying creating this scenery here. Okay, let's disable our preview, ray trace preview. So we'll go a little bit faster. And that one is, I think, this kind of almost all what I want to build for this one. Now I want to add maybe some coloring to this. And we'll start with our base color. So let's go ahead, open one of these one. This is almost all what I'm looking at, just work a little bit with the coloring. And I want to switch from this gray color to something a little bit more warmer, kind of reddish, because when we start working on the final composition, I do like contrast of cold, warm, and other things. For example, if our sky will be blue, ground will be red or yellowish, and it will be very nice working together, complementary colors. So we're going around this. For this, we'll just take our high color, click on this element, select a little bit lighter, warmer color here. On the black, same will go down. You'll notice we have it, take our saturations a little bit higher and bring like around there. So there you go, we have it a little bit warmer color. We already can preview them somewhat. Next, right there, you know, when it's heat, we have it usually one cover on top, but dark or lighter ground below. And that is what we need to kind of represent. So for this, we'll need to create another base color. And let's go just copy paste again, same node. If you don't like copy paste, you always can go and select from shader and go from there. You can select from different shaders, but I think copy paste a little bit faster in this case. So we'll have another ones. We'll go to this shader and connect to our base color for this one, and we'll actually going and our right here where we have it fake stones, we'll just use this area. So we'll go to connect to mask our shader, and in this shader we'll just go and change colors. So for now, let's just change to something very dramatic, different, so we can look like very red here, and maybe something very different colors. Okay, next we'll go connect to our planet, replace these selections, and we should have it right here. You can preview some of those coloring. Okay, let's bring up right there. Okay, and that should apply colors around there on our with the masking in specific areas. So we'll do this one. You know what, actually let me do this. Let me just switch a little bit here, yellow, and that will be colder, darker. So, and you can see right here how it changed. It's already right there, just a little bit off, which is what we want. We want kind of creating that element. Okay, the next things I want to do, it is maybe add one more, and for the faraway mountains to change them. Actually, speak about the faraway mountains. I'm not sure if I like how these mountains look, so let's go change them. We'll go to fractal terrain, which is responsible for all of these back mountains. Okay, and we'll go just change a couple things. First, let's go to decrease feature to a little bit smaller scale. Okay, we'll leave it this as a default. And important things, I think we're going to, let's go look on the colors. Okay, with colors same, let's go switch our colors. And this is actual color, maybe don't need switch because it won't be affecting. We override them with the base colors, and we will override with other stuff as well. Okay, and let's go with the tweak noise. And instead Pearl and Mix, let's go switch to lows. That will kind of give us more interesting kind of lower mountains, but still be on a back with a pointy hill. So I think that will work very well. Let's go increase cleaning variations a little bit, like about 0.6, somewhere around there. I think that is all what I wanted. Yeah, that's mountain look a little bit better. So instead one huge, we have kind of more distance, creating smaller one, which is work very well because I'm going to put planets on a back and I don't necessarily want to cover them. Okay, so we have another one, and this is will be for the distant mountain. So we'll go create like maybe around their color, and this one again colder, darker, because they're a little bit more far away. Okay, that's created. We'll take our noise buzzing there, and we'll take from fractal, masking, and adding. So we should have it a little bit more on the mountains, kind of add coloring to that. Okay, and of course, if we need it, we can just take our color and increase brightness there, contrast. Let's go pop up contrast higher, and roughness a little bit more on that. So that should give us kind of more rockier, a little bit of look on the background right around there. Okay, I think this is kind of preset a little bit for at this point. Next, what I want to do is start working on importing objects. But before we import objects, I need to show you where I took them. Because copyright of the models itself, I purchased them on a DAZ Studio, DAZ 3D, and I cannot provide those models for you. But if you're interested, you can always go ahead and purchase them. They're available for Platinum members somewhere around $2, so they're very good. And we're going to use this fighter jet, one of them. What I did, I just going to file, save it, and as a save, we'll just use almost all pre-default values. I just want to say normal space, everything here, right to group surface, so we just have it, and we'll just, you can output as a Bryce unit if you want. It doesn't matter, we'll go resize anyway. And when you're done, accept it, and that's all what you need to do, and then you have the model exported. Be sure your model is actually selected before you export it. And we don't need lights, we don't need anything, just a model with a preset texture. And of course, Terragen have a beautiful job to do on reading this. All what we need to do, go to inside the object. And you know what, before importing each step, it's very important for us to actually going and save. So be sure you're going File, and you save your project as you progress to next more complex step. Okay, so we're going in our object, add object, we'll select it, and we're going using, and that is will open for us view, so we can go select it, and you can notice I have it all as shapes and creatures, and I'll show you some other creatures what I was using, but let's start with the shape. We'll go ahead, click open. That is a not X-Frog, so let's click no, because it's not what we have it. Sometimes maybe pop-up warnings. In this case, we don't have them. I think that's loaded just fine. It may take a little bit time till it's imported, depend how on your resource, everything. And some textures not found, which is okay, because it still work for me. And I don't really, I think it's like real back engine or something texture does not export it properly. So we can try to export or find, but I'll do the tweaking later. So right now we have our object, and let's select, we'll right click on the screen, we'll go select object, and we'll just select the ship right here. Okay, we also want to go and open properties for the ship, and our scales, let's go to maybe let's go maybe try 60 by 60 by 60. Okay, I think that will work. Let's go right here, bring up, and to preview we'll just need open, and says let's showing as a texture for now. So it will just showing model that we need preview right here. I'm going to carry adjust, we'll go rotate maybe around like right there. Let's bring it down a little bit, twist towards us, because if we look on a camera I want to see like it's almost crush it like right there maybe. Okay, switch and position down in the ground, so it's like kaboom. So it is, oops, let's me right there, so it's kind of crushed almost in the ground right there. We could do probably a little bit more eclipse to expand this, but I think that way this will work just fine. There you go. So we have it, our ship crush it. Next let's go import some of those creatures we have it around, and the same things, add object, object obj radar, we open, we'll take our creature one, no, so it will take same, and these creatures they export because size house I will go to resize them. I'll go to like maybe 150 because I know they're a little bit smaller. 150, I think this is about right size. Okay, there's my creature number one. Let's zoom out a little bit. And this is creature. Okay, right click, let's go select creature one. And this one, I think maybe just put it on a back. Yeah, let's do this way. So we have it, this creature, you know what? Let's go just closer, maybe like around here. And I'm very, probably, you know what, let's zoom a little bit more out. What I'm going to do, it is just important, place them in the view top, so I kind of know where they're located. And then next, we'll just kind of more twink around with them to place in other places. So we'll go next, we'll go object, again, object reader. Let's go select creature 2. No, we'll go select on this one. Same will set creature 2. Let's go open properties. And we have it 150, 150, 150. We can also just switch and kind of using the handler to adjust them. But I think this way it's fine. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. Oh, there you go. There's my creature. We'll put it right there. And I think this one maybe, let's put it far away on the back. And I want a little bit more on the back because it will add some haze to them as they're going on back. And let's give it a little bit more distant look. And you know what? Because he's a little bit on the side, let's rotate. And rotate him just like he's going towards the spaceship around there. Okay, let's go import 3 more. So we'll go again, object reader, 3, no. I think this one actually it is when we're shooting, because you can set all of these poses, you know, for them. No, this is on the ground. So we want to, oops, 150 actually, 150. 150, 150. So that one actually it's look like he was on the ground, if I'm right. And we'll just zoom in. Yep, it is one that on the ground. So we'll just place him maybe around this ground. So let's go ahead, select our creature 3. We'll put it right around there. Closer. Let's go rotate. Like he almost was shut down or something happening, and he is with a spaceship right there. And remember, we'll have it over a little bit overlap elements here, so his tentacle come from the ground. Like maybe they collided or something happened there. I don't know. It's up to your storytelling. And this one I don't like how they close, so we'll go select creature 1 and we'll just move him slightly forward and rotate towards us, towards camera. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. Let's go to select another object reader, creature 4. This one I know it was shot one, so it is one that kind of was in my story when I try to see how it's going sideways. What I try to do is like crash landing, something happening, and those creatures attacking. And that will be for the composition I'm going to do with a person who was shot, escaped, they're attacking him, they try to shoot. So there's some story. I always think that anything they created, it's a better work if you have it some type of the storytelling with this. So we'll go right here, maybe just a little bit on the side almost. And notice right here, it's where we have a flight area. It's what I want to do because the model will be on the side. We want to get close, showing, and okay, let me go look a little bit closer. So we'll go like right there, our camera positioning from this point. Okay, right there. So the shot like maybe around here. There you go. Okay, so we can bring this one closer. And a shot going from the side. Okay, now we can go take creature 1, just bring a little bit closer, almost he coming in a shot. He's a little bit too close. Okay, I'll put it him. But you know what? Let's go bring actually him way back. Yeah, I think it's become too claustrophobic, too much. Take this on the side a little bit, bring up. And move a little bit more to the back like this. There you go, something like that. He coming towards, and a person will go from here shooting. Yeah, I think that will work. Okay, let's go ahead, select another object. Last one, I think we want to preload it. It's our creature 5. Preload it. It's not X-Frog. Okay, when it's selected, okay, right here. Let's go open again. Scale 150, 150, 150. Maybe even create bigger. You know, it's like almost Brainiac or something from marvels rather. Okay, and we'll go select creature 5. And that one, you know what, let's go even put it far away. So it will be like way far away, somewhere right there. Okay, let's go select my camera. Okay, I will go back. Select, and this is will probably play a little bit more. I just want preset almost like there you go. Okay, let's go. Actually, I think he's already selected, so we'll just be sure it's 5 selected. We'll just move maybe around this area and rotate, kind of going towards us maybe. There you go. Kind of going like right there. And you know what, let's go take and copy current position to our camera so we can come back anytime we want it. Okay, that is look interesting, but of course we're missing something. We're missing the planets. So let's go ahead and we'll go and we'll select planet. So we'll add a new planet to this. Okay, and on the planet you can see it's on the back right there. We'll go to open properties. And what I want to do on the planet, it is create bigger size and bring closer. Well, sorry, smaller size and bring closer, so we can have it more details. For this, we'll just all to do is just bring distance very, very close to us. Okay, and we'll take it over all radius and just reduce the radius till it's comfortable. And because it's close enough, maybe too close, you know, we'll just move it just slightly. Right there, maybe. Okay. We don't need elevation, a little bit lower, maybe like around there. Let's go bring the radius down, a little bit this way. And repositioning. Oh, I'm repositioning wrong one. I need to reposition my planet. And we'll go to shaders, select planet. Where's my planet? There you go. And we'll just reposition slightly that way. Let's preview with atmosphere view. So I want to see how close it will be. You know what? Maybe even closer. Let's go bring closer, and scale radius down. And we'll bring, because we have it smaller planet and a closer radius, we should have it more details. See on the terrains a little bit. And atmosphere, there you go. Like right there, and this goes slightly down. So we'll overview maybe even right there. And I'm looking right now on a composition, how it will look. Okay, I think that is look about right. You know what, let's go take this planet, copy paste. We're creating second planet, and for this planet actually I want to move a little bit more far away, and we'll just, it's like second planet almost will be coming from that area right there. Okay, so we have it, our planet 2. This is our planet 2. And this is our planet 1. So we'll, this one is still be here, and our second one is what I just moved around. I think the planet 2. So this one. Let's go to select this one. So we'll just readjust and take maybe a little bit smaller on the radius. Kind of almost look like a moon on the side, but it's give it this interesting effect of the 2 different planets going around there. Let me see, I think right here, this creature, I think it's creature, what do we have it 4? No, it's a creature 3. Yeah, we'll just need a little bit bring up so it does not go too much in the ground, and we'll see if we want to bring a little bit closer, like, or far away. So yeah, let's go over ship a little bit, so it's kind of more collision, just, and we can play a little bit more around with these elements. So right here, this has happened. Next things, because I'm going kind of make it like person from here standing shooting, and you know what, maybe just adjusting this way, like right there. Just positioning. Okay, let's copy our camera again. I want to create like this explosion here and maybe under a ship. For this one, we'll want to go and create lights. So let's go ahead inside the lighting, and we'll go to add a source. We'll just add light source. Okay, let's go ahead and select our light source. We'll go from the top, bring up right here, and just position it probably around this area. It's where the shot will happen, but again, I want to special using like lighting in this area, you know what I mean? So it's kind of light up. For this one, in a light source, we'll just switch color, and let's go create a little bit yellowishy look, and we'll need to pop up string so it's make a little bit brighter. You'll notice it will, okay, let's go come closer to preview. It should affect a little bit lighting, and if we increase right there a little bit, so as it should be affecting. Also, let's go enable glowing effect, and it should be right there, that one. There you go. So okay, let's zoom a little bit out and let it preview. Next we'll go, and you can see it's a little bit too bright going. It is nice for explosion, but I think it's a little bit too bright for the beam to going, or for the shot happening there. So let's go ahead and take strings a little bit down. Just reduce string overall. And these ones work a little bit better. We also can bring just slightly closer to our creature. And notice the nice things to do some lighting here. We can do in Photoshop, but right here we also have this casting shadows, which is rendered properly, another thing. So that is reason why sometimes I want to do it. So let's select this lighting source, and we'll just generate second one. Okay, disable that one, and we'll take our second lighting source, and we'll just move a little bit away down, and I want to place this just below ship, somewhere around right there. Okay, we're also going to switch this a little bit more to the fire red color. So that's what's happening. Okay, let's go ahead, select our render camera so we can preview. And what's happening, we have explosions going right there, shooting in him, and we'll have it also a little bit under our ships happening fire. And we'll have it, our model just standing right here in this area. Will be nice, and just point and shoot. So it will have it elements on the background and a sky. I think it's better, let's add some atmosphere to this. Some clouds probably will go inside, cloud layer, and we're going just Camelus large low level. Let's go with these ones. And as they created, let's modify some of the properties. So altitude, let's drop down the altitude, so they will have very, very low clouds. Okay, we'll leave a depth there. Problem with this, we'll just have very dense clouds going on the bottom, and for this one we just need it remove some of the density. So we'll go density, and we'll go bring just slightly down, so we'll still have clouds, but they're not dense, they don't cover all the way our terrain, but it still be give this extra layer of the depth. And also on the coloring, we can probably just leave it as default. or we can add a little bit more cyanish color to them. I say the colder, warmer, so it's what we're trying to play with this. Now let's go ahead and inside our atmospheres. In atmosphere, what I want actually to do is take our sunlight properties and just slightly modify it. So we'll go on the sunlight, and I notice we have headings about 300. Let's go to bring down to bring about 260. Maybe let's go about right there. I'm just looking overall so we have it nice, because if it was a little bit behind, we don't see too much on our creatures effect. That way we can preview a little bit better on the creatures. And by the way, I notice right here you can see where texture missing on a ship, which is if you have the problem, we can try to export and be sure the texture is included. But in my case, I don't really worry too much because I'm going to add some fire and smoke in this area. So almost all of this will be covered. We'll still have it see ship, but this kind of smoke coming from that area, so that will be okay with this. Oh, we're done this one. We set our sun, so this is okay. Let's go to environment light. Just a couple things we'll be modifying, and let's pop up a little bit brighter on the surfaces, and as well in atmosphere, just increase a little bit brightness overall. And in light sources, what we want to do is add a little bit of the radius on this one. Color, it's fine. String, will leave it as default. So just a little bit on the string pop up. You know what, maybe let's go like around there. That one should be fine. Okay, let's go sunlight. We'll see. Okay, that one's fine. Environment light, global illumination. I'm just going to check, see what we all presets. Okay, now let's go back in atmosphere settings, and we'll go to the atmosphere, and I want to adjust a couple things. First, our haze density. So let's pop up slightly this one, because I want to add like those creatures on the back, so they will have a little bit more haziness to them. Okay, also let's make it a little bit darker, not as a bright. Blue sky density, let's pop up this one. That should give it a little bit more warmer, somewhat cyanish, reddish kind of colors. So again, we're playing a little bit more with the coloring to create this some nice illustration type of the coloring. Okay, just this way. Let's go a little bit like right there. Okay, copy camera again. High control, let's go check what we have here. I think haze we can drop just a little bit lower, clear up top of the sky. Blue sky is fine. We can drop just ceiling a little bit on this one. Okay, let's go work with the lighting. Haze glow, blue sky mount, just let's pop up this one up. It should be warm up slightly. It's what I'm doing, playing a little bit with adjustments. And here is a very up to your personal choice. So you can change, you can modify how you like it. You can create different type of clouds, atmospheres. I want you to take this one more as an inspirational kind of video. See if you like it, kind of ideas, and help you to create your own images. Okay, so we're done with this. I think this is about all what I want to do in this image, and the rest I will do inside the Photoshop. If you want to do a final image here, you can always create a local cloud around this, which is simulate like a fog. Maybe add person shooting here, so you can add final details. But overall, for me, as creating render where I'm going to compose next, I'm going to compose the person inside here shooting. So this is probably work very well. So next we'll go inside the renders, and the renders I want first lock aspect ratio, and for the test I'm going just to render as 1000. My final render will be about 8000 pixels. There will want to pop up a little bit anti-aliasing and pop up also to 0.6 on the quality. Just a little bit, make it look nice. I don't care about motion blur, so I'll disable this. It's save a little bit time. I don't care about depth of field at this point because I want everything in sharp. And I think the rest is kind of look right. So what we're going to do, it is, let's go open our render view. I'm going to start the render right now. I'll pause this video till render is completed, and after we'll resume and see what we have as final result. Okay, so right here render is finished. And usually what I do, I overlook and see what's need to be fixed. Okay, the positioning, this one guy maybe just need to go higher just for the composition purposes. Let's move this light a little bit out. It's too hot. I can see this part right there, very hot. So we'll just need to move a little bit lower around this area and drop this light down so we still have it brightness, and maybe change color a little bit more on a reddish, same like right on this guy. Because we'll have a red shot, red right here, cyan, and maybe bring a little bit up so we can see on the crater inside. I do like how the crater come up, so we have it a little bit right edge this one, so it's look good. Let's go do this one. So we'll go to select this guy first, and if I'm right, this is our creature 2. We'll bring him a little bit higher and just a little bit on the back, just slightly, like right there. So we have this kind of composition. That's what I'm looking overall. Okay, and next let's go select this light. Okay, and this light will just move slightly away and down, so just right there about. Okay, and we have lights on the back around there. For this one, I think it is light source 2. Okay, there you go. We'll just drop it just slightly down, out, and I think this is again, that is our 0, 1. So let's go, you know what, let's go to rename it and the shape so we kind of know which light is what. Okay, and this is ray gun. It's what will be. Okay, so in this case, kind of know which one is what. Okay, let's go ahead. Set this one, that planets. You know what? This is a planet, and I think it's planet 2, which is far away. Okay, that one is renamed to the moon. So I know it's a one there, and this is will be our big moon. There you go. So we'll just go select big moon, and I will just move slightly out, not too much, just a little bit, so we'll have it kind of going almost circles. We are on composition again. Readjustments, so what we're doing, just work with composition. Spaceship, I think look okay. That one look good. That one adjusted. So lights is adjustment. But the other things I want to do, it is just tilt slightly this way. Yeah, like right there maybe. I'm just looking on a, yeah, I think this a little bit better. Adjustment this way. And also let's go to our atmosphere. Okay, we'll go with easy clouds. And easy clouds, what I noticed, it is edge sharpening was a little bit too much. So let's go reduce that. Should create a little bit nicer on the edge a little bit. And we also want to pop up quality. So right now it is 0.5. We'll go just a little bit higher because I noticed some grain was inside the clouds is there. And let's go to the atmosphere settings, and we'll also take blue sky density, just pop up a little bit, and decay just pop up. So just a little bit warmer, kind of, you can see cyanish. So we have a nice transition between brighter blue, more going to cyanish, and come up with red. So just I think the composition on the colors will work better. Remember, always save your work as you're going along. Okay, and think right there. Actually, this is a light. You remember that? Another light, and we'll go under ship properties of this light. Let's switch this to more kind of fiery red, like right there, this color, and strings just reduce to maybe about, so lower, not higher. You know what, let's go to maybe 10,000. Okay, maybe it's too low. Let's go pop up to 20,000. I just want to be sure it's kind of have it, but not very hard light. Just create right there. On our ray gun, let's switch to a little bit lighter, and this way we can always overlay with different color. If we don't have it very saturated on one color, in a Photoshop we can actually a little bit shift it white color back and forward, so we can do that way. Also, if you notice on our atmosphere, let's go back to our sunlight. Okay, right here we have it, our position on sunlight, and you know what, let's go bring it to maybe about 263, just a little bit pull it. The angles will have a little bit more shadows created on our planets and on also on our creatures, so we'll just push it a little bit far. We probably even can go to 270 on this area, and elevation 25. Let's go drop elevation to 20. It should be create a little bit darker look. Shadows will be longer, but again it's dropping a little bit sun, maybe 22, I think 25 quarter, which is around 15%. From 15 to 25, I think it's around golden hour, what they call, so it's one of the better lighting. So we'll just simulate that. I think this is good. Okay, let's go ahead, save it, and just those adjustments. Again, I'm looking on elements, and I think this one maybe, okay, this is my fourth creature which is shot, creature 2. So this one, let's bring a little bit higher. Okay, and that one far away creature, let's go move slightly a little bit more to the left. I'm just looking, when I start adding smoke probably will go this way. No, creature, I think it's about right, just around right there. So we don't want on the same line. I kind of try them, put on different lines, so it's a little bit removing this little bit more organic. I think it's look when you don't bring them on parallel lines, kind of. Okay, I think we're good here. Let's go right now in the render, and in render what I'm going to do, it's set to render 8,000. So this will take a little bit time, and again I'm going to pause this video till render is completed, so it will take quite a bit time for this render, and we'll see what we have it afterwards. They're ready for us. Let's go open the render menu, and you can preview this as our one we created. And let's go ahead and render. You can notice it's quite a bit large size. So I'll just shrink a little bit. Okay, and we'll come back to this when render is completed. Okay, so right here our render is completed, and it took only 3 hours and 12 minutes. So it's actually not that bad. I have some renders, test renders in Vue that was running for over 59 hours, and some is running for a couple weeks sometimes. So overall, this is for this size, 8,000 pixels by 4,500. It's actually a very good time render with the settings that I was provided. So let's look and analyze plus and minuses what we have right here. It is, again, remember, this is I'm rendering for the compositing, so it's not final. Some stuff that I look right here maybe does not work. That will work just fine when I'll do in a compositing overlay. Like example, right here, the last texture when was importing, you can see the white elements of this, which is actually work in a benefit for me, because I'm going to, in a Photoshop, overlay texture over these elements, which is actually it's very good because I will show how to do this, and I will speak about this. If you interested, be sure to check my next video that I'm going to do about compositing this image with a model that I shot inside the studio with I think it was 2 lights or 3 lights setup, basic. So let's look right here what we have. We have it our crater, and I maybe render a little bit later another one because I don't see really crater inside here because the angle how it's going, but we have these elements we're creating like a ground add on, and definitely I will add debris probably a bit more in Photoshop, some enhance, but we have it our floating evil heads, or I don't know, whatever we can call them. We have it lights, and right here little bit artifact from the Terragen, and this is artifact happen when we have it enable glowing in the air. It's somehow pass through our elements, and I think it's something to do with calculation of the displacement and other things what is happening there, but it's okay. It can be fixed in Photoshop, but overall just keep in mind don't put it lights below ground when you do in Terragen. And one thing I need to tell ahead, it is not the latest version of the Terragen I'm running. They possibly fix some of these problems in the latest releases. Also, we'll look on a rock composition, and we can see it have it smooth, and mostly what I was going, you have it grained from teeny tiny small rocks as come closer, and a bigger rocks around there. That's precisely what I want to do. The distribution of the displacement, base it on the area we was selecting. Planets actually come up very good. They settle, but they're there, so it's very nice. I may add some little bit star, maybe, but definitely will add some gradients and work with some lightings. We'll add flame and smoke around our ship, and maybe some around the here around this elements. We'll see what we're going, maybe clouds, but overall this is very nice background for our compositing that we're going to do next inside the Photoshop. So be sure, if you're interested, check those videos that are upcoming where we're going to enhance this image or bring to another step with the compositing. Thank you for watching this video, and if you're interested in more tutorials about like let me know about the videos. If you like it, what do you want to see, specifically Terragen, Vue, or any other applications that usually I'm using. And if you like it, give us thumbs up, please. It will help to promote my videos as well. You can subscribe to the channel. That is also helpful a lot with this case. And if you're Patreon supporter, I will have this project available for you. However, the project probably won't include obviously these models because due to copyright protection on them, but you can purchase them, and like I said before, they cost about $2 each, very inexpensive on a DAZ3D.com, DAZ Studio on the website, so you can purchase and use those models as well as you need it. Again, thank you for watching this video.